Hello there, and welcome to the Go Home Show. I am Cy the Guy. As always, we're going to get into some news here in the goings on in WWE. We got news on Roman Reigns being pulled from shows in June for the entire month of June. We got some news on more celebrity involvement coming down the road. We got an update on why John Cena was announced for Backlash. And we're going to get into the main course of today's video, discussing the pay cuts that TKO seems to be asking everybody to take, despite the fact that everybody involved in TKO is making so much money, they don't know what to do with it. So we're going to get into all of that. Stick around after the intro. All right, let's get into this. We're going to start off with Roman Reigns being pulled from all of the shows in June. So apparently Roman Reigns was pulled from all of the Monday Night Raws scheduled for the month of June. And he was also rumored to be pulled from the Saudi Night of Champions show that is also scheduled for that month. The reasoning why that WWE gave was he was pulled from Night of Champions originally. So WWE then stated, well, he's not going to be a part of the build. He's not going to be on the show, so why should he be a part of the build to the show? I'm going to be honest, I don't think this is a huge deal. A lot of people, people took this story and over-exaggerated it and ran with it to unfound levels of stupidity. There were people talking about, well, TKO asked Roman to take a pay cut. Now he's leaving and he's going to go to AEW. And what the fuck, guys? Calm down. Roman Reigns is not going to AEW. Sorry to, if any of you who have low IQs actually believe that was a possibility, sorry to burst your bubble. That's not happening. Roman Reigns, look, he promised that he was going to be a full-timer going into the summer. I don't know what this is about, if I'm being honest. And who's to say they're not just rescheduling some stuff around? Who knows at this point? A lot of people are running with this narrative and thinking that Jacob Fatu is going to beat Roman Reigns at Backlash because of this. No. This is not the case. I think Roman's going to be champion till SummerSlam. And I think that's when we get Obafemi taking the belt off of him. So everything's fine. Roman Reigns is, he's one of their cash cows. TKO, they still understand, despite the fact that it's a bunch of idiots running that, they still understand that the cash cows are worth protecting. And Roman Reigns is one of them. So let's all chill out. Roman Reigns is not going anywhere near AEW, okay? Relax. It's going to be fine. Next up, we got WWE and TKO. They are doubling down. If you thought Pat McAfee and Lil Yachty and IShowSpeed was a complete waste of fucking time, because it was, if you thought that sucked, get ready, man, because they are doubling down on the use of celebrities. They're going to double down on this shit. This is according to Fightful, I believe. Says WWE had heavy involvement at WrestleMania by celebrities, and that won't be ending anytime soon. We saw the likes of IShowSpeed, Lil Yachty, and Jelly Roll, as well as Pat McAfee, all involved in WrestleMania, among other celebrities. WWE sources told Fightful Select that they were extremely happy with all the celebrity performances. In addition, we were told that they won't be stopping anytime soon. It was reiterated that the involvement will slow down after WrestleMania season, as one would expect, but there are still plans for additional celebrities to be worked into WWE programming in the future, including this summer. No names were given at this time. My goodness. Are you kidding me? We're going to get Celebrity Mania Part 2 as soon as SummerSlam. We're going to get celebrity involvement left and right at fucking SummerSlam. You knew there was a reason this company pushed to make SummerSlam 2 nights. Here we are. Biggest party of the summer. Yeah. Summer scam. That's where we're going. So get ready for the WrestleMania celebrity involvement to continue. I mean, who knows what names we're going to have? I mean, that's hard to predict at this point. It's hard to determine and predict how low TKO is willing to go to involve Lord knows who. I guarantee you Jelly Roll ain't done. I'm sure he'll be coming back at some point, and then he can get another 4 or 5 segments on SmackDown. I believe Pat McAfee when he says he ain't coming back. I actually believe him, and rightfully so. I mean, it's a good decision on his part. Who are they going to bring in now? Like, I mean, it's almost scary to think about at this point what celebrities they can involve that just have no business being in or around the professional wrestling business. I mean, a lot of people were comparing the whole celebrity involvement to like WCW when they brought in Dennis Rodman. The difference is Dennis Rodman wasn't directly getting involved in a feud that had 20 years of history and build up to it, the way Pat McAfee did for Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Dennis Rodman was also previously, or actually at the time, he was an athlete. So, and how many matches did Dennis Rodman make himself a part of? What, 1 or 2? I mean, there's just no comparison. And and then the little fact that it wasn't at WrestleMania. So, to me, there's no comparison. This is disgusting. But TKO, what do we know that TKO does? They do not listen to the audience. They run WWE the same way they run any other business endeavor that they partake in. They run it like it's a legitimate, like, business where you can just cut corners and it's all about profits. That's how they're running WWE. And it's disgusting. But unfortunately, they don't give a shit what we have to say. And we're the ones footing the bill right now. Stop going to these shows. That's the only way they're going to learn. If you keep going to the shows and paying, what was WrestleMania? I think it was like $30 for a beer and $30 for like, I think a bottle of water was $18 legitimately. And I think like the food was like $30, $35. Like, are you fucking kidding? Why do you guys go? So you pay out the ass for food. The seats are thousands and thousands of dollars. The product sucks. The product that you're getting when you're at the arena sucks. Why do you go? Who in their right mind would choose to go to this? At that point, you're just going to say you went. And that is no reason to go to a WWE show, man. Well, don't you want to be entertained? But you're gonna keep giving these people your money, and they're never gonna learn their lesson, and they're never gonna run this company correctly. It is what it is, man. All we can do is brace for it. So get ready for more celebrity involvement. Then we got John Cena. He was announced for Backlash. God, this company is despicable. They're trying to sell tickets any way they can, left, right, and center, aren't they? So much so that we're pulling the John Cena card again. This is the second time since he retired, which was December, by the way. Hasn't even been, 6 months yet? And we're pulling the John Cena card again, hoping it sells tickets. Wasn't it bad enough that you botched his entire last year? John Cena, announced on X, says, after months of planning and effort, I am so excited to break some history-making news. I can't promise it will be perfect, but I can promise it will change the WWE experience for superstars and fans. And if you believe that this has anything to do with anything other than that Club WWE, you are kidding yourself. Do not get your hopes up that this is anything special. This is 1000% going to be some kind of Club WWE announcement, which, if you want to join Club WWE, by all means. If you want to get hosed out of another $100,000, $100 to $1,000, go ahead. Go ahead, just to get a couple extra souvenirs. And what a fucking joke that is, man. They're just using and abusing the John Cena card, aren't they? They made him the face of this Club WWE thing, and now they're gonna have him show up at Backlash and essentially, I don't know what news he's gonna break regarding it. Probably something like, I'm gonna announce it's gonna be like the Pat McAfee Dodge Ram situation with the tickets. He's gonna go out there and he's gonna be like, "Hey, if you want to join Club WWE, now's the chance. Tickets are 50% off. Memberships are 50% off for the month of May only." Get like, you can't make this shit up. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants to join Club WWE. You know why? You know why? I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Paul Levesque. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Mark Shapiro, Ari Emanuel, Nick Conman. I'm going to let you guys in on something. Your product is complete ass. Every aspect of your product, except for Monday Night Raw yesterday, has been complete ass and dog shit. Your creative writing team sucks ass. Nobody wants to pay you any more money. The shit sucks. Now it's time to get into the big story. And I've been waiting to talk about this. I've been looking forward to discussing this on my channel. I'm going to start with the New Day. The New Day just got contract extensions given to them in October of 2025. They were given contract extensions. And what's being reported, and what I firmly believe, TKO approached the New Day and asked them to restructure their contracts. TKO is going around asking wrestlers that are already signed to WWE. The New Day weren't, it wasn't just the New Day. It wasn't exclusive to the New Day. They've asked multiple wrestlers to restructure their contracts. Some of them, they want to cut their deal by 50%. I don't know if that's the figure that they approached the New Day with. But if it is, that's approaching the New Day and asking them to restructure regardless of what the figure was that they wanted them to restructure to, garbage. Absolute garbage. The New Day is quite literally, I'm not even exaggerating this, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. They literally are one of the greatest of all time. They are second in title reigns, or not title reigns, they're second in title length behind the Usos. They're the second longest reigning champs of all time. They have more than enough title reigns to be up there in the upper echelon of tag teams. And quite frankly, it's a gimmick that would not have worked with any other three guys. If you had given that gimmick to any three guys, I guarantee you it would have flopped. But Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E made that thing work. And they took it as high as anyone could take a gimmick in the WWE. I mean, it was great. They were great. They were entertaining on television. They had really good matches. And they got us invested in them as characters, as a team. They got us invested in storylines. Does anybody remember the Hell in a Cell match against the Usos? That was amazing television week in and week out. WWE, I don't think they've made any of us give a shit about tag team wrestling that same way since we had the Usos and New Day rivalry. And these are I know for a fact I'm not alone in this. We all thought the New Day was lifers. We thought they were WWE for life. And here they are. They're gone. They're released. They're going to go straight to AEW. I hope anyway. I hope they go straight to AEW and make WWE regret their decision. Granted, TKO's not going to give a fuck. I'm going to put it to you like this. This is how disgusting and despicable these people that we continue to give our money to. This is how despicable they are, right? So they're approaching all of these superstars and asking them to take pay cuts of up to 50% of contracts they already signed, contracts they were already promised and given. Now they want to come back and tell them to restructure, despite the fact that in 2025, TKO made $1.7 billion with a B, billion dollars. And you're going to ask these guys to restructure their contracts. For what reason? For what reason are we going to have these guys restructure? I also saw some figures. Ari Emanuel in 2025. You want to know what his take home was in 2025? Ari Emanuel made $67 million in 2025, which is about a 300% increase from his 2024 salary. But he's going to ask people like the New Day, who compared to what he's making are making peanuts. He's going to ask them to restructure their contracts that they were already given, right? Mark Shapiro, number 2 in charge of TKO. He's making $48 million. He made $48 million in 2025. Again, almost a 300% increase for him as well. Disgusting. It's disgusting. I read that Nick Khan, the con man himself, Mr. Shit on the fans any chance he gets, he just made $24 million in 2025, which is also a 300% increase for him. So these guys are making all this money. Paul Levesque, I read he made somewhere around the $12 million range. These guys are making all this money, and you're going to approach the talent asking them to restructure their deals? The Rock makes like whatever figure I saw. I don't remember what it was. It was like 30-something million he makes, and he doesn't even attend the board of director meetings for TKO. But you're going to ask the New Day, who one of the greatest tag teams of all time, Kofi Kingston's been on your roster since 2006. Xavier Woods has been on your roster since 2010. Those are the guys that you're going to tell to restructure, right? Apparently, they're just asking for restructures left and right. They want more money in their own personal pockets. That's why they don't give a shit what the product is. That's why they don't give a shit what's happening week to week on television. We already know that they don't understand the wrestling business as a whole. And now they're going to do this shit. Now they're going to make the talent restructure their deals so they can make Lord knows how much money this year in 2026. These people are the greediest sons of bitches you can imagine. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Who knows who's next? That's what's been on my mind. Like, you're crazy if you think that it's going to stop at the New Day. It's not. It's not. They don't give a shit. That's what they got all the NXT talent for. They're going to bring them up and get rid of the expensive guys. It's the TKO way. And you know what? You know who we should absolutely not let get away without blame here is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Because Vince McMahon sold WWE to TKO. First reason is because TKO promised to keep Vince in charge. That's number one. That's why he sold it to them, despite the fact that he shouldn't be in fucking charge with everything that's happening, right? He sold it to TKO because they promised they would keep him in charge. Number two, he didn't want anyone else in his family, his daughter, his son-in-law. He didn't want any of them taking it over and fucking running WWE. So he, you thought, remember back in 2002 when Vince brought the NWO in at No Way Out, 2002. I remember it like it was yesterday. And he cut that promo a couple weeks before where he's sitting in the office chair and he blames Ric Flair and he says, if anyone's going to kill my company, it's me. That's not a promo. That's a shoot. That's legitimately how Vince feels. If he can't have it, nobody can. He's going to kill it. And he sold it to TKO knowing that they would run it this way. He knew they were going to operate this way. And they're killing it. They're actively killing the company. On Bleacher Report a few years ago, they started putting the advertisements in the ring, right? And I made a comment that I was ridiculed for, of course. And I said, so it begins. The downfall of this company. Putting the advertisements in the ring. And of course I was met with, oh, shut up, Cy, you're a fucking idiot. It's just an advertisement on the ring mat. It's not a big deal. You're fucking over exaggerating things. You're being an idiot. Blah 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 blah. It's funny where we ended up all these 2 to 3 years later, isn't it? I don't know how much worse this can get, which is the scary part. Like, how far down the cliff are we? Can we even see the bottom yet? I don't know, man. But when you have a team like the New Day, who have done everything you've asked of them, who have been such an asset. Xavier Woods runs the Up, Up, Down, Down channel on YouTube, which is, for quite some time now, has been WWE's most successful YouTube affiliate channel. He runs a gaming channel for the WWE. I mean, these guys are ambassadors, essentially, for the company. And they have done everything they've been asked. Kofi is a former WWE champion. He won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Something that The Rock has never even done. The Rock has never won the WWE title at WrestleMania. Kofi's on a very short, prestigious list of WWE wrestlers. And these are the two guys that we're just going to get rid of willy-nilly and not bat a fucking eyelash at it. But hey, it's all good, right? Because Mark Shapiro, Ari Emanuel, Nick Khan, they're probably going to increase their pays by another 300%, and that's all they give a shit about. That is all they care about. So I just wanted to come on here and convey how disgusting and deplorable it is that, first of all, they're asking these wrestlers to take restructures in the first place. But second of all, that the New Day are no longer with the company because of this disgusting greed, this power-hungry bullshit. And I cannot convey to you enough how disgusting this is. I mean, us fans, we should be outraged. We really should. Stop going to the shows. They're just, outside of Raw yesterday, when's the last decent show they had? It's been, I couldn't even tell you. So, that's what I had for you as far as WWE news goes. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you agree with me? How disgusting this actually is. After hearing the figures of what Ari Emanuel, Mark Shapiro, and Nick Khan made in 2025, it's going to increase for 2026. After hearing that, you let me know how you feel about them approaching people making peanuts compared to that and saying, hey, you cut your pay by 50%. So let's have a discussion about it. We need to really evaluate why we support this company, if I'm being honest. These people don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't even give a fuck about the wrestlers who go out there and bust their ass for this company night in and night out. So that's what I got. I will be releasing my review of the Hulk Hogan documentary tomorrow. I will be doing that in the morning. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. And outside of that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Any support grows the channel, and I appreciate anyone who's willing to support me. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and thank you so much for joining me.